But now, as soon as they got into a full 5-man,
They've played it twice, lost twice, and it's looked pretty.
On this Euro on Vine.
It's looked pretty rough. Okay, they've got Lev on attack, we've got C9 on defense. Looking at the maps here, I'm a little up here with the Lev pick.
Wants to go for the execution because of the lack of utility.
Lev at the moment, 4 Sheriff Believers. Their pistol record is pretty insane.
Maybe a fake and then a full pop towards the end.
Let's see how much they tempt. Trying to just source information around the map. Oxy has the shorty for once he shows Headhunter to just collapse on anybody that tries to get into it, the U-Haul area. And they'll go for a quick peek. So at least they know they got rendezvous off the rip.
Oh, boys. Well, at least he gave you the confidence.
Towards long just for information, but they got
wasn't the best flash.
Confirmed there. And they swing for the kill. Now it's a rotate back over as Lev is still creeping up towards A. The shorty's still available. They're going to know it for a second, but the haunt gets Oxy caught out. And Lev now has control of that front sight, but they don't seem happy just yet. King, he's going to
look at him just all across the board. Angels winning them out, hitting great shots.
Is just looking for a way back in, but it's not going to happen.
Type of buy is
yeah,
so good.
I'm honestly surprised that other teams haven't started copying the 4 Sheriffs. We had 2 Sheriffs before from Gen G, really high win rate. Coming into this year, Lev best pistol records out of every team, I'm pretty sure, in the world, unless someone's doing nut stuff in China. Worst anti-eco record for sure, but just looking at pistol record.
But all that was also thanks to SpikeZine's insert into Hookah to cut these, get these picks off the rotate.
So nice. Really with that, like you said, low util for the round, they have to use everything they do have accordingly. Let's see how they pop into the second round here. Vic, only one able to really find one of the enemies on that round. So they're just going for the full classic.
They're up against 4 bullets.
Purchase into too much. Oh, they're getting behind the smoke.
We'll have a pop.
Oh, the flashes, mate, you're killing me.
Pepper
2 for 2 with flashes.
Able to take down 2, so the damage sticks a little bit, but still 3 alive are going to be happy here for Lev as they can play this one out pretty safe.
Give it some respect just to figure out where Penny could be at. You see the positions. Neon's still watching that showers. You're not creeping into B yet. You don't want to walk solo into the site, but yeah, that was an easy punish from LEVIATAN. You tried to flash peek out, but the flash was still inside the brimstone smoke.
That's actually so true.
Out, none of the players here from LEVIATAN were really blinded, and you didn't really give yourself a chance here to do that damage. But smart play for LEVIATAN, sorry, to stick together, move forward for this plat.
They have a 73% pistol win rate. It's really high.
Good shot there from Neon.
And for them, they did the hard part, not get eco'd.
And it's not too bad.
Yeah, they lost the gun, that was it.
First few rounds. Do they have an answer for the bonus is the question. We'll have to see what C9 will do to really give them something to think about. We've seen them going aggressive from the defensive side to do this. They did that second round. Will they do it again?
And both these teams, not necessarily against each other, but throughout this kickoff, had good results in their defensive sides. Responsibility a lot onto the snipes. Seen the C9 versus G2 game. It was a lot about the Oxy versus Baby Bay. Lots of rounds where C9 lost, where G2 were doing a lot of clutches
bonus
as well.
rounds. Considering this money, I'm a little surprised they don't get anything extra on this, but probably not going to be taking many jaws with the Sheriff. It might be able to pick up a gun.
Position until now. He peeks a little bit too much, so that gives his position away. But with the jump
that's
spot,
good though. He gets good info on this one. Everyone buys heavy armor for C9, knowing that the Outlaw's probably in play.
Very aggressive by Vic to go into Hookah, but he's good for one.
Yeah, they saw a double setup though. They know that there's going to be someone over towards long, so with this and seeing the trip over towards A, they should work out as a 3-2.
Keep walking around the map, but looks like they
feels like an easy call.
Some kind of fake here in a little bit.
Actually, Lev thought that they were weak for C9 on that B side. Sato swings out, half HP remaining. Into the mid round, that dog
actually 2 gets a little proactive. Dog to try and enable him to see if they can take showers control.
Double it up. Let them take that short space. It gives a chance for the players to rotate from spawn and to try to punish Neon in showers.
Secondary actually tries to take the place and get the fight in their favor as a quick trade comes on the front side of site, but still waiting to break that backside defense.
King's going for a bit of a play.
Can he get the crown? He cannot. Zelsis drops him right away, and now it's a rotation over.
With that kill, it should be easy enough.
Front side is still there for Lev, but they have to figure out where
Heaven's
the
one
defense
shot.
is coming from. The timing is just there in favor of Cloud9 so well, but the shots for Neon are there. You can't
that was a nice try.
say no.
Yeah, it all came down
Takes
to the
him
King
out.
draw, really.
2-1 now as the bonus round will not go in favor of the Lev.
And C9 has
Here's
already
the IGL of
identified
Lev
these
King.
late lurks and inserts. Zeppa gets the instant punish. I think that was
Acceptable play. I'd say fine on a bonus. Yeah, I would prefer. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do it. But if you're gonna do it, it's on a bonus. He has Molly for after plant.
Although they had an excellent defensive side,
But it's a 50-50 duel. It's not like it was super bad.
Because of how slow things were, you started identifying where these lurks could be. King was also
my issue is it probably would have been a potential of 2.
So the game plan, although it forces a lot of rotates, you also have to make
Would
sure
you say this is the year of new IGLs at the moment? It's just an easy meta to call in. As simple as that. You can be a relatively, I'm not saying a bad caller,
They're already going to have an insert into showers
but
for Neon.
you can be a relatively inexperienced caller and
quick search.
Call well at the moment.
Sees nothing. Again, with the insert already here, Lev could be falling into a bit of a trap.
There's nothing crazy going on in the map.
With the Waylay peeking first.
Just it's just less util to get info, so you're essentially just gambling.
Yoru paint shells to push the line, but he's walking down. And that's a slight mistake to start.
Dude, this guy's been so good. I'm actually so surprised how good he's been. I thought out of everyone, honestly, out of everyone on this team, I thought I would be talking about him the least. I'm talking about him the most.
And that will confirm some bodies at that spot, but at the same time, Leviathan did fall back, so they've lost control of that showers. So this early rotating gamble from C9 still works out for now.
30 seconds left.
Until Kid calls the audible. Let's just gamble up into the short push.
And they've got the soft site. We saw this from Lev in their past game too. Wind that clock down, try to find the soft site, and they've got it again here towards A. They're still going to have to deal with 4 members on the side of C9 once that spike is planted. Quick peeks from both ends. Omnipresent is Cloud9 really nice on the site take right off the bat.
That's how here's the jumping over towards heaven. Zelsis really on top of it. Knows they need to make some kind of reaction from the double TP.
King still has a lineup to work with though, so it's Blows that has to play hero in U-Haul. Getting one would be perfect.
Tries to peek it now. And Oxy on that lower angle. There were just too many for Blows to look at here as King may try to get 1 or 2 if they swing him, but he's got to be cautious.
Very nice. Well handled from C9. I like this little double TP that they had going on. Getting the 1 and then Oxy getting 1 was the whole round again. Captain Q back. Thanks so much for the Prime, man. Appreciate the 10 months. Thank you for doing that.
Maybe chances going inside, but this is what we're talking about. Why it's so important for C9 to re-clear towards that showers and hold that spot. How quick you can rotate through the TP.
Yeah, a couple of I think Lev will actually look back at this and just be like, we just missed our duels.
You still have bodies at that spot. Oxy was still
2 low HPs from those duels.
It punishes some players for Leviathan on that slow rotate back into showers. Tying up the game 2-2. Leviathan's on a broken econ. They're gonna try to go for a quick 4-1.
All nighted tonight, maybe. Depends how late we get.
Walking up. What's going to give that shotgun space? It looks like both duelists are actually there. There should be an explosion onto the site as the honk goes over. All the eggs in one basket here as they crash onto B. Possibility for a teleport's gone now as C9 wipe the floor.
Dude, Zelsis is farming, by the way.
Everyone prepared for that.
Doing good.
Beautiful job by Zelsis and Zeppa to hold the site down.
Good his big Brim ult for next round, and then Oxy maybe if he can get this last kill also. Pretty far away.
That loss against G2,
very nice.
He was really not present in the fights. Didn't have the best results
maybe a
that
timeout.
He wanted
in
terms of fragging capabilities on the side of Cloud9, but doing a great job chasing a couple of these eco kills. The crossfire is perfect with his teammates. But you'll take that anytime. Build that confidence up. You're going to reach a flow state in your calls too.
Very clean.
They're just gonna get revenge for Sen.
On the retakes,
dude, it looks like he's loving the
they were at the soft
spray update.
Still came out with
my guy's Palmer crouch spraying.
Making it work. Staying very safe, playing their lives to the end of these rounds, because again, LEVIATAN will take it to the end of the rounds. util into shower to
Ah,
start
this
here.
whole play got completely
Santos
wrecked by that Viper molly.
Clean on this as the spike rotates for Lev towards the left side. A peek from both Zelsis and Penny. And they want this space back.
At least had to identify that pressure to showers.
Yeah.
So right now you're, as you're pushing and prodding, you're seeing how C9 likes to react for these mid rounds. They're re-clear towards showers. C9 knows about these late inserts towards hookah. So both IGLs now have to rethink how they want to approach these plans to find these gaps. Starts off with this op for Neon as well.
In so much of the info grabbing, default
50 seconds. Kind of looks like Neon's not going to get anything.
Again in the round to insert one, get it back. It's so easy with the Yoru, so they can just
TP's joins his team, heading over towards the weak site. C9 gets the 40-second mark. Dog out over towards here, completely cleared.
All the way back
Retake comes in. Should be strong sight.
He just stays, actually. Doesn't even worry about the rendezvous. Looks for another one.
Nice
Sees
shot,
ahead,
man.
but he goes low and takes blows down. Spike's finally grabbed once again here, and Lev are just kind of left wondering, going for the 1v1s now, and Spike's going to make that work.
You gotta start hurting up though.
15 seconds. My Spike is waiting outside of showers. We're saving. We're
Always have an
saving.
idea, but a hard time to make that commitment work. It seems Oxy makes it a third kill, and they are just going to hang out by shower for this one.
There's a really early save on this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the save call came at like 25 seconds, by the way, 3v4.
A little bit of util with something else other than bodies once Oxy takes his first shot and they don't hear the rendezvous.
Yeah. Spike Zine pretty much just looking for some damage control.
Yeah.
Trying to make it expensive for C9 within the next rounds, but looks like LEVIATAN really wanted to save the operator into this next round.
True.
Interesting too, when Neon drops the op for blows, they just go for a body peek. They didn't really try to use their own util to scout where Oxy could be hiding.
Got to buff and nerf one agent at the moment. Who would it be? You would probably nerf the York at the moment, and then you would buff
not something you really want to do here going to your later rounds.
Deadlock the best one to buff these days.
Play the contact play on a slow style.
Kind of enjoying not watching Deadlock, to be honest.
The opera on the defense to be ready for these type of picks. They'll change the tempo a bit.
Phoenix ranked would be impossible.
Has a little bit of help from Vic here. Oh, and it's going to be his peak too with Vic's runaway steps. Baits in a peek as Oxy swings back out of the smoke. Beautifully done by those two.
Oxy's looking very clean on the op so far.
Yeah, Oxy's looking good, man.
Lane that he's taking.
Wall down. Blows trying to stay on a line here. And it's most active we've seen Lev really get at the beginning of a round. Neon's going to help on that right. Oh, almost a haircut for Vic. He sees King's shoulder. Oh, the pauldron of brimstone gives him up. And they are just going to be losing numbers across the map now. Have to reset and resort themselves as Spike gaining a bit of that space that Lev might be able to work with an A.
And it's almost like clockwork. The wall comes up. They're going to check that corner close to that minute mark. They see the insert, punish it again. But thankfully, Spike one more time gets a lurk kill and opens it up. All Neon gets caught.
Penny answers. Still able to get himself sorted out on who might have timed him.
Ow.
But Spike, the big name this round, the kingpin of what could happen, takes a hit from Oxy there. And the ult goes down. Now up to the rookie. Blows, seeing if he can capitalize on this round and bring it within one to Cloud9. Tucks himself and just tries to delay.
Had the lineup too, but now the jig is up.
Still hasn't heard the spike. 8 bullets left. Playing the jiggle peek. They're getting high-low, trying to use protection to chamber here, and it's not going to be enough.
Very, very nice on this one.
And the
I'm surprised they even tried to
Penny
make anything from that.
Well played.
The Viper did insanely well.
C9 still going to grab it.
Yeah, huge pick by Oxy.
Yeah, Oxy's looking really good right now.
Sorry, by Penny defending Oxy as he was defusing, and that allows for him even towards the end to get the showstopper in this round. It's 5 unanswered rounds since C9 has built up that economy. You see all these mistakes now, even tucking in that corner, you think you have a timing, but your gun's sticking out, half your body's sticking out. It's an easy wall bang for the B defenders. And now there's a lot to fix here going to the next few rounds, and I feel like you need to have that conversation with your team for owner. You have to avoid the up. Have different ways for the inserts. I think inserts towards the showers are having a buddy system. As they have their attempt to work towards the showers, towards hookah, C9 likes to re-clear towards showers. So if they're going to give that space in the very beginning, that's an opportunity for the operator probably to take that space for Neon, because he's still trying to find gaps and openings on the attack side off.
Yeah, they got a really slow play style. This was my This was my worry as well.
If it continues to be fairly passive for C9 at the these defensive rounds.
With a couple of, I mean, even just watching that one demo.
One step at a time. First one is avoid Oxy in the first place.
They gotta have a fallback type of tempo here. Like they gotta be able to go faster on this.
With Golden Boy when they arrived here at the arena.
They showed that slow play style right yesterday, but a lot of it was like faking, and it was so late that the fakes were working. It's not gonna work anymore because you see it and you know that it's there. So I think they need to prove that they can kind of tempo up and go a lot faster on this.
They could saturate orbital strike. It is a lower buy here for LEV.
Yeah, and it does look like that's what they're doing after the timeout. This is also the same thing that LEV did last time they had a timeout. Let's go super fast on this.
Dimensional drift to start us off, clearing that long position, but Oxy's not giving it up just yet. How big is this going to be? They are bringing everything.
Dude, this was nice, man. This was nice. The thing that I love about this fast strat as well is like the fade eye here early. As soon as they scan one, it just becomes so much stronger because you know that those prowlers are locking onto someone.
Using ults, double ults to clear it out, forcing the TP back from Oxy right into the Brimstone ult.
Saturate and Teva trying to combo with the Brim ult. Was it Teva or was it just damage? He still has it.
Get the hearts going, get the aim online here for
That's more like it, yeah. But this team should be really good at the tempo up. They got a lot of talent on this team, man. Like they should be able to lean on this all the time. I would actually like to see them start off games doing this until teams can stop it. The paper X, like just run at teams, do this set strat stuff off barrier until teams can stop it and prove that they can aim back.
Try to find that information early, and it did exactly that. Not only with the Hawk spawning Oxy in the first place, but the dimensional drift confirms where those players are at. The saturate slows them down. And they have the perfect combo, despite even Vic getting 2 kills in the first place. It's a weird way to celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm now worried that after the timeout, they're going to go slow.
All right. Quick prowler into showers as long as being watched. So again, LEV try to touch both sides of those extremities to make sure they're known.
I just realized maybe I was looking at the wrong head when they were looking at the camera. I couldn't make the difference between owner and me.
That's messed up.
That was an owner head.
That said, though, things will calm down once again, and we were just talking about how you want to leverage the op. A contact play potentially, but I think you want to play it safe. They've been running into a lot of these dry peaks into Oxy's op.
Yeah.
Blows is already there, hip to hip with Neon. They decide otherwise. They don't really want to give their positions away yet.
And they're playing methodical on the side of Cloud9. They're not pressured at all, so you get the 1-minute dog in the shower, and then maybe the 30-second guiding light if you still have one, and one for retake.
Let's see.
Just
does the
long.
fake
really
work
setting the pace of
after
what
showing
LEV
it
could
so
even
much?
be doing based
Wait.
on that information grab. Oxy's
Wait,
the
what are they?
30-second check towards long, and they do
They
have an
double
idea here, but
faking
it
it?
could be a TP. Showers is
No,
controlled
it's gonna
by
take
LEV,
TP,
and this
right?
could all be a ruse. They get the Seekers out towards A, and see you backpedaling.
Yeah, but look over at A site. These two have not even budged.
They have to. They pinged and confirmed 3 players, so they know one's in the pit.
Oh, they didn't expect them to walk out, though.
So they open it up for LEVIATAN, and they make an easy 4v4, and you can flip the map for the plant. But there's only 12 seconds left, and by the time they plant, C9's already closed that gap on a rotate from spawn.
Well, he said the late play wasn't going to work, but
be used. Vic, though,
they got over towards the site.
Inside the pit. A few shots back and forth. It's still going to leave Blows alive inside that pit. You make a little noise there. I think he just did a fast step and kept it from making noise, but he's found. No.
Yeah, I still don't think it's going to work, man, because Penny kind of just got caught off from the lockout.
And nicely done.
I think they got their number.
Here. It does not seem like
they just got to go fast.
Put off by having to retake it all. Zelsis has the team flowing together here in these situations.
Yeah, King thought that he had the timing to go inside that pit, but we haven't made too much noise yet for LEVIATAN after they planted. Flip that site towards that back of A. Pushing towards the spawn solo, and that's also a very tough call.
Oh, good. It's all good. Let's drink some water. Let's go.
Yeah, for a Spike to push alone into the spawn, knowing that the rotate should be on
Clover
that side.
FPS, thanks so much for the Prime, man. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you for that.
3 players into spawn, or into the B site, and nobody TP'd yet. So is
You got a deep trip that you would hear in the smoke, and they're trying to bait out that they go into the smoke, look for the trip, and they get a kill.
Even then, to double
Awesome.
hold into the smoke. I love that bait. We'll talk about it in a second right now as Oxy gets another player advantage for C9 this round.
Being active on this default, why not? I mean, if Levero is going to be back there looking for things to happen quietly, why don't you just yell in their face right away? Vic does it again into Hookah. And they are being relentless on these rounds where you said they've seen Lev trying to creep up all this secrecy.
Gives me a 1 minute save.
That is almost getting them in trouble because they're not using the util to get there.
It's like the responsibility.
It was weird to win a round with a low buy going fast and then go back to what wasn't working.
But just want to talk about that trip that was placed inside that smoke. It was actually pretty cool for C9. Right now, if you see the trademark inside that smoke and you want to play it slow for Leviathan, you might want to try to creep into it and just break it and then fall back or force a rotate or something. But C9 holds 2 players inside that smoke in the surprise attack.
30 seconds left.
The walkthrough from Lev. We'll do the same here, and with the time remaining on a full roster for C9 against Leviathan, you have no choice but to save one more time.
Lots of money for Zelsis. He's going hunting.
Because of the op, yeah, you gotta get rid of it.
I get my Brim ult with 1 kill or death, so he feels good about it. And that's going to be a Brimstone ult for next round. Showstoppers there. And it's going to be even tougher for Lev to get this op online if C9 is doing smoke plays, but also not peeking the long lines that Neon's trying to get on.
That's a positive aspect for sure with the Showstopper being available for Penny. It's been up for a couple of rounds that have been able to win these rounds without having to use it. And now Zelsis has his, so that allows him to cycle a couple of these and maybe have a strong close towards the end of the half. That said, you also
this is
bring
Lev's
up
map
great
pick,
point, Rim,
yeah, they're struggling, man.
The comp that King is that C9
Another
are currently
timeout.
playing.
Guys, remember when I told you to go fast?
Smokes, you're using it for fort lines. You have the Viper
Keep
walls
going
on
fast.
one side as well. When you're trying to play this off on the attack side, where could you really go? So sometimes you'll try to say, okay, well, my opening lanes here are now into showers, into short, but the short still is very hard to clear up very slowly.
I think Genji will be better in stage 1? Yeah, for sure. They need some time on their agents, man. They're still uncomfy.
I don't think he's going to lose that one against Neon with what I've witnessed so far within this half.
The coaches watch the VODs and take notes. Some do. I know the Doom Bros does. I know Heretics does.
It was Oxy that just
I don't know about other teams.
It's hard to peek a chamber. It's just going to rendezvous away. That's never the safest thing. So it's even hard to get on that line. Oxy's going to be somewhere. And like we're saying, the smokes are going to be other places cutting off the angle. So it becomes tough.
And Owner, when he called a timeout, they went very quickly with double ults. This time around, he calls a timeout when coming back into this one. Sato
yeah, I know
has
EMEA does because he messages me when I play
have a lot
stuff.
of weapons to work with. But you're seeing that they're playing this 1-1-3. Still trying to look for that extremity control, trying to see if C9 will try to push down towards this B-long in the first place. I think for Neon, he may want to avoid the flash if Zeppa's looking for that early info at the beginning of the round.
Now they have trademarking showers. Okay.
Still pretty slow on this one, probably because they have the AMP.
Back to default for Lev. This hookah push. Quick peek out. Oh, that's
great
the
little bait on that.
They've done that for Oxy.
Huge
to just
bait.
set the kill up for him by a jump or a fake runaway step.
Not even giving a chance for King to even set up inside hookah this time around. Walking up Sands, it's never been challenged for the last 11 rounds, last 10 rounds, so you take him down right away.
Saturate in.
Dude, look at the 3 pass on over towards the other side, by the way. Not even budging for this.
Just bits by.
Oh, that's big, though.
That stops the showstopper, but now they're kind of a little bit separated across the map. Finally, we TP out, but they're
going to take down Raid Boss Celsius. And it's a good reposition from him.
Still has that orbital strike, trying to play in the smoke. He's going to be able to walk right up, lines himself up with the truck. Easy frag there, knowing the spike was just outside his smoke. Just playing in secrecy right now from the side of C9, and Spike's looking at every angle to see where these shots might be coming from. And he's even going to have somebody up behind him if it takes long enough.
Annihilating these guys.
Zelsis with the 3K inside, playing very patient.
Things get very difficult for Leviathan too.
15 and 7.
When you're having like double pushes or solo walk forwards, but every single time C9 seems to be winning these duels, it's hard for you to play these slow plays and inserts. Look at the timings that Zelsis keeps finding within his own smokes. Another one where he drops that spike.
Nice Jordan. You're moving, baby.
He is
Got that
15
flow.
and 7
Like you're
with
saying, the
Brimstone
Gecko is
ult
better than
available for the
Fade, but
last
no one
round.
knows how to use it. The only
Oxy's
problem
off
with
one, too.
the only
Expect
problem
him
with
to hit a
Gecko
shot. He takes that
is
chamber out right away.
you gotta
It's
have
so
a
much faster and so much more effective
well,
than the operator itself. And back to a default. This push and pull, this touch and go that I don't. That was close. Actually, no damage.
I mean, he
as we
might
check the
be
board.
right, but
Because we don't see
it's
like,
an
the push or the pull of
the
LEV
thing is that
really
no
making
one.
C9
I think in pro
consider
play it
moving
doesn't
too
work
much,
because
and if
the
they are,
Fade,
it's for
because
Celsius
the
to call the team on a full
Gecko
retake.
flash always gets shot. But I get what he's saying. He's saying it should always be used like a Fade eye. So you need to throw your flash further back so that it's always impossible to shoot without it flashing you.
Trying to find out information from Zeppa and somehow you still creep
But
down
I don't think it's too ideal world.
Walks
I
out
think
of
that's
his
like
run
one of
in,
those
like,
on
oh, this is
paper
normal.
things, sure, but in reality it just doesn't
That's
work.
what happens when you're winning every single fight across the board. You find that confidence and it has yet to be punished.
The Gecko looked better than I
And he playing
thought.
on the truck for the first time.
When,
Catches Spike off guard here. C9
teams
still
have
giving
used it.
different looks as we're in the last round of the first half from the
But I agree, no one really
defensive
gets
side.
the flash
Alive
right.
as they're cleaning up the rest of Leviathan inside sight. And even Canyon Blows need to get hip and hip here before they try anything, but there's just not enough time. Another round that ticks down, and LEV find themselves low on numbers and impossible.
Man, that was a depressing half, I'll be
Clutch
honest,
right
from
now.
LEV.
9-3 in a
Feels
first
so
half for
weird
Cloud9
to
as they
win a
just play such a
timeout
sturdy
low
defense.
by going
Looked very
fast
simplistic on that side
to
for
then
Cloud9.
not go fast.
Leviathan, though, again,
Afterwards.
it comes down to now that they have
That
the
was it.
opportunity to play
They
the
won
defense,
actually
they
no
definitely
buy
have
rounds, by the way.
strong looks. It was a game that went to OT against Sentinels, where Sentinels, not the best of looks on their attack side, but it definitely did go back and forth. So still quite surprising that Leviathan still wants to play this map of bind. C9 has a chance to walk away with this.
Prime
All
ad?
right, we'll have to
Sure,
see
we
what's
could
in
do a prime ad.
defensive
Who's
playbook of
streaming right
LEV
now?
when we come back after this break.
Dude, we always use TMV, man. Do we feel bad? Nah. Keep using them. Chat, if you're watching on Twitch, you can go out of full screen. You can click over towards subscribe. You can go to the bottom. You can see if you have a free Prime sub. You will get no ads. Well, I've lost that. Where are we? You'll get no ads for a month. You get a little slug next to your name. Get to support the channel. You can rewind. And you might have forgotten about it. And that's okay. STN with the Prime and Gary as well. Thank you so much for the Prime as well, man. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you, thank you. What are people doing with the Gecko Flash? I mean, it's the same as the Fade Eye, that it has like a wind up, right? And in theory, no teams are throwing it from further back enough before it reaches a corner so that it can't be shot. Then it's activated and will always, even if it gets shot, it will always ping them out with the new update. When they redid it so that it always hits you. So I get the Gecko believers, but I don't know, it feels so perfect world that when you're on a server, it doesn't really work like that. Unless there's like some tech where you can crouch, throw it through the smoke, and it will 100% always blind people that I don't know about. Then maybe it's really good.
Looking clinical in the first half, but anything can happen when we switch
Aku,
the sides
Aku
up.
Woo
And
with the
now
Prime. Thank you
this
for doing that as
double
well,
duels
Aku. I appreciate
composition
you. We've got
of
Disco
LEV are just
JV
what
with
they
the
can do
gifted
from
as well on
defensive
top of that.
side.
Thank you so much,
The
Disco.
retakes are hard and fast.
How many
or
is
we
that
see a
from you
little bit
now?
more aggression in
98
that early
altogether,
round from
Disco.
them.
Thank you so much
And
for
we're
the
also
support,
hoping
man.
that the birthday buff starts activating for Saad, who unfortunately currently 1 in 10 after the end of the first half. But one thing is that I've noticed, and everybody could agree here so far, is that Leviathan has been quite predictable on their attack side of how they wanted to default, which potentially could also show how they could be predictable on how they like to rotate. Remember Neon on his op, most likely when he comes back to rotate from the B to the A
Fade?
side,
I mean,
he
yeah,
likes to peek
mate, Fade's
outside these
incredible.
smokes on the top of the heaven and try to find timings against his opponents. So if there's a little bit of studying
also a
being done
big
here
issue
from
of it.
Midi's camp and
Fade's
Cloud9,
so good right now.
they could definitely shut this down. But Leviathan, this pistol, very similar looks to the first half.
And it combos so
3
well
instead
with
of 4
everything.
shares, but 2 ghosts. So they could try to play Poison Orb on Spike Zine.
Love that little lineup. If anybody swung, that was also King to help.
Lev going
Quite
for
a few at B, and
not
seeing
4
that
of them,
setup,
but
knowing
3 of
somebody
them.
was in hookah plus a few on top of the tub. is definitely going to let them know there's a protocol for the site.
Money Mariko as well. Thanks so much for the 35 months. Appreciate the tier 1. I appreciate you saying that also, man. It's a long time as well, bro. Thank you for that.
Right to Lance.
Dude, nearly 3 years.
Waiting on your side. Don't have any shotguns here, so it's going to have to be that true aim. And everybody just pauses at arm's length here.
Looking to walk back and keep Penny inserted.
Spike a little low.
It's so weird. Do they try reclear at one point? God, they had no idea that he crossed. They thought they had the line the whole time. Great shot, man.
Blows. Huge information there with Spike going down. He can play his life and just make sure he is a nuisance here in the site. Oh, he's feeling it, actually. He wants a few more shots. As more Sheriff from the side of Lev come out, it seems like an important weapon for them to close it out.
That shot was so sick.
Is an important player for C9 here in the clutch position. Sato's gonna drop, still hidden by the smoke. It's gonna be the last
very, very nice. Man, they're so good with Sheriffs, dudes. Their pistol record, crazy, crazy.
What a nice shot by
Money Mariko on top of that. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted, man.
And almost found that timing when the smoke
Thank you so much. Chat, you know what to do. Look, all the spam, get it going. Money Mariko, thank you for that, mate.
Sato was able to clean it up.
Anyone that got gifted, please add them, say thank you as well.
The amount of rounds
You'd appreciate the support, man. Thank you for doing that.
How dominating it's been by Cloud9 so far. Some mistakes are starting to show up as well. Not clearing these corners. I'm trying to fight and retake.
Do Sheriffs need enough? They're really good on pistols, man. The double body shot is
good shots by blows.
I think they need enough, but
already an outlaw in the second round.
I just think more teams need to. Whoa!
Out of range for the TP.
Went for the headshot there.
Set it down in the first place.
I think they more teams need to abuse it.
Sometimes you're just looking to get a quick peek, and more than you wanted to get bit off there. So 1 down already. Good damage onto Neon, but they're happy with the result so far. Taking down Oxy. It's probably going to be a full team peek if you see it next time. Let's see where they go.
Yeah, and for Lev, you're using both of the long-range weapons to cover these extremities. Deny these orbs, so it's a nice little look by Lev to start. Defensive wall comes up, though. It gives a chance for C9 to creep up, and I think he just heard these footsteps.
Oh, man.
Oh. Safe. A lot of ways to get out of that one. And Sato's back on the back line here. Well, C9 should have the front of sight to make this a little weird. Looks like they can caterpillar through this maze of smokes to get themselves in. Vic and the Bandit gets another one. Now it's a question of how they're going to get back in. It's really scary with these classics being close range and how many smokes there are, so Lev has to wait them out.
And I think these smokes just dropped too, so
yeah.
These small classics and bandits from Cloud9 could be devastating for Leviathan if they continue to just walk into these crosshairs, these crossfires.
Laid down right as the spike hit, so that's about half the spike time. Now the orbs are going to actually cycle
guys,
up.
You gotta check
good damage from bench. That's all they needed to start.
Double
Molly's going to start
smoke
the delay here as Zelsis 1 HP in that orb. Starts to bring decay back up.
Time's ticking. Time's ticking.
Vic still alive. Just
time's done, right? Oh, that's done.
Molly.
Well, it wouldn't be Lev if they didn't get fully code.
You thought there was going to be another defuse hit after that half was brought up, but there was no time. And man, C9 strung that round out.
That was the issue. The smokes came down. You're hesitating for the set of Leviathan. You don't know where Cloud9's
Is it possible to be this bad on anti-ecos? It's genuinely impressive.
And he was just trying to get a half at least. But they realized back then, they're like, oh wait, we don't even have time to get a halfway.
Yeah.
So King just decided to stick it. Just dies to the Molly decay. That is a huge thrifty.
They just walked in from showers. Brimstone smokes are 19
the Hindu hero with the tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. Well, any chance of this being a close map just disappeared.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Delayed with the Molly from Brimmy.
Exactly, and Viper.
And Snakebite, there's a lot.
Pulling your hair
Crazy
out
work
in that
from Lev.
situation,
Dude, they just gotta sort out their anti-ecos, man. It's insane at this point.
Good stack though, but not necessarily being able to trade off.
Why do they wait so long? They treat it like it's a full buy round as well.
A few smokes.
Like they're playing up against a full buy round.
But protected a little bit by the team. They know how much time is on the wall if they keep it up full. Oh. Good corner clearing here. Very disciplined. Penny.
Oh my goodness, this flash.
Locking down that duo
Mate,
spot.
Zephyr.
Kills
You gotta work on the flashes, my guy.
They got to clear him from inside sight, and that shouldn't be too hard. C9 can't give too much respect to this round. They know they have to worry about some angles, but they should be pushing through with the bigger weapons, and that's what's going to happen.
Neon's already spotted by this boombot.
Yeah.
Plant will go down, and they'll have the spawn locked.
Oh, that was a little scary on that aim. But Zalsis does not get too hurt. They come out here. Vic's ultimate. Penny's away from 2. And Zalsis again away from orbital strike here. So even if Lev try to start fighting back, they have answers.
And this is pretty much Lev's
E1 with tier 1. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that.
Kickoff,
Thank you.
The first 2 games
And the
that
reverse stig as well. Thank you for the prime also, mate. Thank
was
you
a
for
whole
that,
different role switch to Neon not coming in yet. Ever since they joined in, they played against a crew team. I had to unfortunately not play with their full roster. Then going into the Sentinels game,
the crowd, they're quiet on this one.
That's
it's a slow game, though.
And now you have a C9 again that I firmly believe here that a meta currently fits them perfectly.
Tiring game, yeah. Lev have so much potential to be incredible to watch, but
struggles and some pain points that they need to
are
iron out
just a
going into the
little.
rest of the series. And they'd love to at least warm up now to try to make this
Gotta
game
mix
close.
that tempo in at one
Maybe
point,
like
man.
what EG just did previously at 100
Way
games
more
earlier
than one
on, and
round.
try to build the confidence up moving into the next map.
That's the thing. Hopefully you have the time to take a moment and figure out what those little speed bumps are. As C9 waited out here and see if Lev will make a move of their own.
Time to jump.
Just down to a minute. Still a lot of time to play. I wonder if Penny's going to activate a little bit, and then we go at A. I think Penny's the last, actually, spear of this, or the point of the spear.
Welcome to my world.
Molly over. It's very slow. It still seems fake. Waiting for the Molly here to commit another fake plant, maybe? Yeah, Zalsis fake plant to see where they might be, how much side control they have.
Wolves just picked up the orb, so that will delay even more now with the
taking all the util out of this. Still got a fade eye for the next tap, still got a tether and spam for the next tap. He actually might not be able to plant. Yeah, I think they got to drop this Viper ult, man.
I was going to say, something needs to happen or we just need to make
Yeah,
coffee
15
and hang
seconds,
out
they're doing the Lev to
nobody's
Lev.
He's going to go all the way to B. This is still going to be a spot. Dashed in, breaking the crosshairs.
Oh,
Still
man.
have 8 seconds to plant this one
So
down. It's going
fine
to
on
be front
this.
sight.
At least give himself the backup
Oh,
option the
they're gonna
whole
go
time
inside
of
too,
having
so
the
C9 has to stay
having the
inside sight to
Razor.
defend this and stay in the face of Lev.
Makes sense. They didn't know how many players were really hanging out outside of their pit, so
Exactly.
they're going to play close.
Ooh. Quick handshake from Penny to Sato
Oh,
there in the
that was
situation.
nice from him. It's good
Penny and
movement.
Oxy are just going to handle the front line, pushing Lev back. Neon's going to try to save this off, but it looks like they realize how much health they have. they might be money in their pockets, but there's not a lot of health here, so they're going to back up. A few people would need to do a double buy there, so they say.
Yeah, I mean, this was nice from C9. Again, decided that they inserted Penny here the whole time.
They got a lot of
They always had that backup option.
For C9. A lot of chances and opportunities. But the idea was there. The pit's going down. You're tapping that spike consistently. You're trying to bait Leviathan to get
You want
into
to give him the
pit,
Yoru
or
ult?
at
Yeah.
least to see if any
I
players
mean, they
are
got so
using
many
utils,
ults
you
that it
count
doesn't
how
really
many
matter
areas
as
like
well.
around the
They
site,
got
knowing
the
where
2 ults
weaknesses
they
are.
need to win the round.
And then hopefully Penny could get the kill off the Spike Zine as he was trying to catch Spike rotating. Yeah, it's a nice little flick
Dude, his
once again
little
by
jiggle
Penny.
there that baits out the op shot as well is so sick.
It was dangerous though, because with Zelsis trying to plant and die,
They have an off, you know what that means? 100 Chiefs, dude!
as he died with the spike, he didn't have any more smoke. It was dangerous still for Cloud9 to get into that B side. So good on Penny to be selfless, double sack.
Okay, well, let's see what it
Smart
is.
Spike scene so they could trade out each other to get that plant on that
Just
B side.
group
Now
up,
orb strike available.
dog or showers,
Showstopper
send it
already
up
out.
short.
They're clearing out A.
This is what the
Sato
100
able to
Thieves is.
refract that. That was actually huge for him. Keeps the Guardian in their hands. Neon starts off on Oxy. Lev need to be able to convert this round to keep themselves in. King finds back of Penny as they're timing this one so well. But now it's a spike down.
Lev has to up the tempo now. You have Orbital Strike and Molly available for C9. You can't play slow anymore.
Somebody's got to tap it. Somebody's got to make a move on Lev that C9 care about. King throws down the Orbital Strike from his side. Zel's is still holding in the back. Vic's on the front just to check if anybody's peeking through this bit of a one-way. One tap. Expect to hear that Orbital Strike.
Nah, he's saving
No,
it.
he's not throwing it out just yet.
Nah, he doesn't. No
Not gonna
point.
use it.
Not going to use it. All right, Lev gets a 5th. Nicely done, nicely pressured. Can they take out Zelsis here? Blow's gonna hide
Dude,
on that
C9 honestly, they are making
not really seen from them in the
pretty much no mistakes right now.
Really in the face of C9. They've just been kind of given that space freely.
You're counting on Vic and Zelsis, those last two players, to maybe utilize that one way, because no Viper wall was coming up yet, so he thought he'd be able to get that sight line into anybody trying to defuse
The
the
Viper
first
wall,
place.
I mean, he's just trying to...
But the wall comes
He's trying to stop him from pushing close and getting the info so that he can spam and get a little lucky. It's a 2v5.
As much as he can. But unfortunately, couldn't get the spray through his own wall, and it allows Leviathan to just take him down. And looks like Zelsis knew better to save the ult into the next round.
Oh, that hit.
While Neon has the op this round and gets pushed away by the boom bot.
Zelsis hit. 10 HP for Sato. There were 3 people ready for that refract. And Penny just kind of hitting his forehead a little bit, was looking for the finisher, but Sato was already out.
Spike planted.
All right, C9 again, getting to this plant situation. It doesn't seem like Lev feel too comfortable.
Looks like every time they're up against an op, they just want to go fast. I'm guessing that's what they call the 100
Get
thieves.
back in, touch it, get that orbital strike out.
It makes a lot of sense. We say it every time. You either overwhelm the op or the op's in the retake, and it's not great for a retake.
Figure out where Zelsis
This might be the round where these ults. It's a lot faster on Lev for this one, though. It's good. Zelsis still has Molly. Can they kill him?
Has the dimensional drift if he wants to kind of figure out who's on the back line, but
Molly
I
out.
think they need the guns on the
Remote
front line
after.
right now, and he can't go into the pocket dimension.
Might be it.
It's over.
Yeah, this is going to be a Cloud9
That
stringing
was
it
very
out.
nice.
Very
Didn't even need it, dude. Vic,
and
Oxy, and
round
Zelsis
in a
kind of went
13
insane
to
here.
5
Overall, the whole
scoreline
team,
for
though, is
C9
just
here as
like,
they run
looked
circles
comfy, looked
around
easy.
combine.
That one demo and how Lev played just got annihilated. We did mention it yesterday that C9 should be good after watching this. They're not going to fall for the same stuff.
Again, we've seen
Yeah, that looked
some
really
good
easy.
coming out and some good defensive plays from Leviathan.
Dude, I gotta
in the
see
first
Lev mix
place.
it up, man.
They're
You can't play
playing
like
this
this.
map, they didn't
It's
have
too
a chance
easy
to
to
play some
anti.
defense
Yeah.
when their
Feeling like
attack was
crew
unfortunately
again. 2020 to
toppled down by
2022
strong
crew.
shots from Vic, Zelsis, Oxy.
It's way too easy.
Nothing that he could do against those 3 players in individual plays.
And they had the rounds for Leviathan where they would
stuck
do
in his
some
ways?
solo
Yeah, he might
takes on the
be.
extremity that C9 felt comfortable rotating
This
in,
is an
but the retakes
incredible
from
team
C9
for
also
going fast.
were just so strong. It didn't really matter where Lev was able